rebound.
Very good.
So you got Courtney over here, Ian, and then Hamish in the bottom camera. Hamish is 20 or 21 now. Hamish, aren't you?
Yeah, 21 on Sunday or last Sunday.
So when I made that phone call, Ian and Courtney have run Woodstock Flour, and we were getting flour over the last year or so and giving to various bakers, and they were going, wow, this flour is amazing. Because it was milled on farm by Ian and Courtney. And then when I rang, Hamish was saying, well, we could build a mill, but we don't know how to build a mill. So tell us exactly how you went about building that mill.
I guess it was we knew what we did. We had this new American one, and we could see that it's very simple, but it's just about getting the stones cut and dressed to a certain way. So the first step was obviously trying to find someone that could quarry the stone and cut it right for us, and we found someone who could do that. And then Hamish went about sort of designing all the bearings and stuff like that, didn't you, Hamish? And then we
we we spent we mostly just sort of looked at as many different designs for flour mills as we could, and just sort of started drawing things on the Google SketchUp, on CAD, just trying to figure out what would work and what wouldn't, and just came up with a basic design really to hold everything.
Yeah.
And what about the engineering? And what about the engineering you needed there?
Well, to do the shaft and the fancy bits, Hamish has had a relationship with a bloke in town who knew, who'd fixed a few pumps for him and stuff. So he went down there and asked Brian, and Brian knew he works on pumps and all sorts of things. And he said, "Yeah, no, we could do that. That'd be easy." So Brian made us those bits. Well, like I said, it went from there.
Cool.
Once we had a design, we
go for it, Hamish. Sorry.
That's all right. There's an old bloke in town, had an engineering business, and he used to build gearboxes for heavy machinery and stuff like that. And he's built whole tractors and stuff from scratch, and he really knows his stuff. So once we had a design, we got him to come out and he had a look at Ian's flour mill, and then sort of just talked through my design with him, and he told us pretty much what would and wouldn't work, and then we changed everything from there. Then I took that to Brian, the engineer, and he added what he knew about, he knows how to make things work really, and so he just made up all the shaft and made it suit the bearings and everything, and that was pretty much all I had to do, and then I just built the frame.
And then we just made sure that all those bearings and any parts of it were things that we could get just from the local shop, and so hopefully you, Rob, can get from just your local bearing shop, or so they're just going to be things that are really accessible, really easy to fix, really super strong, and do the job forever, hopefully. So that's kind of the way we wanted it to be, I guess.
Well, one of the things is, and we'll unveil it in a minute, and hopefully you can hang along for that, but the workmanship on it has been fantastic, Hamish. But Courtney, one of the things we researched was, I think something like 90% of Australia's flour is controlled by 3 companies, and there's only about 30 mills. What, from your perspective, what is the local grain economy all about?
Well, for us, for our business, we've just been focused on trying to get people to appreciate the diversity and the regionality of grain. So I guess similar to how you would view coffee or wine. And just like, I guess the reason why Ian and I got into milling was because Ian's parents were growing some really beautiful grain, and it was just getting trucked off, and we had, you know, there was no accountability, there was no tracking, you didn't know where it was going, and so we just thought, we saw an opportunity there to like bring that grain back into the community, and just start to appreciate grain as it should be, because like Australia grows a lot of great wheat, and Australia it's a grass growing nation. Like Aboriginal people have been growing grain for tens of thousands of years, and I think the local grain economy is it's a concept that's particularly pertinent in Australia, I think.
Yeah, fantastic. And for those that I think we've sort of tried to do a bit of research on the last time a mill was made in Australia, a flour mill, a stone flour mill made in Australia from Australian granite, and it's a bloody long time ago that's actually happened. You know, from either the three of you, you know, perspective around supporting local manufacturing, supporting local, you know, industry in terms of the, you know, the quarry that it come from, and just how not only is it, you know, something that just makes sense, but also, you know, even the truck driver who dropped it off yesterday, Peter, you know, when I told him about the whole thing, he was so excited that he'd actually delivered this mill that it, you know, it's probably been a century since someone's built a mill out of granite.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Well, I was particularly skeptical of these boys, to put it nicely. And I had my doubts about this whole project, and I was kind of cursing Rob for a while there, like, why did he, you know, throw us under the bus here with this project? But it's been really nice. Like, I didn't grow up in Bergen, so I don't know the community very well, but it's been really nice to see that we have so much knowledge and skills and experience in this community, and likewise in lots of rural communities. And it's just about tapping that knowledge and using those relationships and seeing where they grow. So that's been really beautiful to see that, like, yeah, we've got all this expertise to make this happen. But it just requires a bit of effort to get it going, and to belief like Robert had in these boys, and I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it earlier today, and just how, like, I myself wouldn't take on building a flour mill because I'm not that handy with the welding and stuff, as Hamish would know. But, like, and Hamish himself wouldn't take on building a flour mill because he doesn't, you know, flour mills themselves don't interest him in the same way that they do me. And then to have Robert also, and I guess everyone in this room here knows Robert pretty well, or just knows that he just put in that extra energy that will make something happen. And I just think that combination, and then with, you know, there's been so many other people that have helped throw in their different perspective, like from Joe Cottam, and then Brian, and then even, you know, the powder coater, the truck driver, my cousin Trent, who's done all the electricals, and you know, so it's been really awesome just to get everyone involved and really feel like you're doing it together. So it's been fun and it's been good.
Hamish?
Yeah.
So it's been a year in the making, lots of phone calls, and obviously these guys have put a lot of effort into it between harvests, between all the other things that they've had going on. Obviously during COVID, Ian and Courtney with Woodstock Flour, they got completely swamped with selling flour. Flour sales went through the roof. So from, you know, particularly from myself and Emma and the team here, yesterday when the mill arrived, it was sort of like, you know, it was a dream come true, and, you know, all your efforts are deeply appreciated here. We're so excited, and let's see another, you know, 100 to 200 mills being built and you know, put over Australia, where people can really experience the flavour and the nutrition that should come from, you know, wheat such as grown on your father's farm, you know, your mother's and father's farm, Ian and Hamish. So thanks, Ian and Hamish, and Courtney.
Thank you. Thanks so much for
Thank
your
you.
support.
Appreciate it.